Lots of things happen on episode 4 of season 2 of Letterkenny today between ostriches and stone picking. Coming at ya now.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello. Welcome to episode 4. Feel that music. Feel it. Take me. I feel like Stuart is like the DJ right now for this party. You guys seeing the lights too? I have strobe lights in here, guys. I'm doing great. We get me a pizza in here, a little cot. I might just live here. I love this place. I love it. Welcome back, guys. Episode 4, Season 2, Letterkenny. Some great things. It's a Monday when the show begins. How do we know that? Because Mondays are for picking stones, which Daryl says, of course, is a tale as old as time. Aw, little Beauty and the Beast reference. Daryl, you sweet little guy. Pitter patter, let's get at her. Wayne has a confession. He has, wait for it, Scenes Stuart's hangle-dangle. Yeah, that's right. Stuart's appendage, and according to Wayne, even with his squinty little eyes, so you know whatever he says is true, Stuart's packing heat. Stuart's packing. Remember those tall, gangly kids in high school? Every once in a while, there'd be just a tall one who that kid did well. You know what I mean? And Stuart kind of has that feeling. He doesn't look as thin or sickly. I think he's actually healthier this season. This guy's looking a lot better. So Stuart, good for you. Good for you, especially to have Wayne. And Wayne's not one to kiss and tell. He's not one to peek and talk. But you got him talking. Of course, Katy's really pissed off because she dated Stuart for a while, and it was completely non-physical. Nothing ever happened between them. And now you can tell Katy wants the D. And hey, that's okay. God bless her. They're in Canada. They're in Ontario. You want the D, you get the D. That's what Ontario is all about. Couple things here. They say he's got a 1-liter thermos hanging there. He's got a can of tennis balls. Jonesy and Reilly are getting aggressive with their team. Apparently, the boys are suffering from fears of, I think there's going to be a native flu. They're having trouble against one of the new teams. Of course, Tanis and her gang of Indians will actually be waiting for them to beat their ass. The guys love it when they do. Basically, the team is just ragging on these guys the whole time. Reilly and Jonesy are still not really friends with the senior team that they're on now. These guys are beating their ass. These guys are married. These guys don't party. They're very un-Jonesy and Reilly, so I'm hoping that this team will have a positive spin and outlook for these two boneheads. They're lovely boneheads, but they are boneheads nonetheless. Katy gets Reilly and Jonesy to talk about their secret handies that they were getting from other girls, because every time they're like, oh, Katy, but we didn't get that. And she goes, yeah, but she got this and this and this. And they go, how did she know? And she's like, you just told me. So these guys, not that bright. Good for you. Good for you. Reilly and Jonesy want help because there's going to be a fight going up with Tanis and her goons. They get really defensive about it, and they're like, no, come on, we need help. And, of course, that prompts Wayne to say, get off the cross, we need the wood. Great. Wayne, what a good one. I'm going to say that next time to my girlfriend and just see what happens. If she goes, hey, you left the toilet seat up, I'll be like, get off the cross, we need the wood. Maybe I won't. I don't know. Let me put that in the back of the head. They're asking if the guys will help them fight, Tanis and everybody. They're asking if the ginger will fight, the ginger and Boots. And then, of course, they say, hey, lay off. And then Wayne goes, hey, I want everybody to know that ginger and Boots, he did not fuck an ostrich, okay? Catching one is a tall order. And, and a male ostrich is known as a cock. Did you know that? It's just like roosters. Female is a hen. And Wayne's a little National Geographic over here because he's telling us about animals. He says that when male ostriches fight for a hen, they frickin' headbutt each other, which, if you'll remember, is a little callback. That's how Wayne beats the MMA fighter from episode 1, season 2. But ostriches play for keeps because they headbutt to death. So what the fuck? That's kind of crazy, right? You headbutt to death for a girl? That's what you want to do? I think I could do it. My head's strong, man. I got adamantium up here. He says this guy didn't fuck the ostrich. The ginger leaves everybody to ask, so they roofie the ostrich. And then Glenn, of course, says, oh, no, he fucked a dead ostrich. That's scary. Katy comes up behind on Devin, the boys, for a verbal scrapping again. And of course, they're just talking to each other the whole time, laying it back and forth. Katy makes a joke about how small Devin's dick is. Nothing gets old. Tanis shows up to challenge Jonesy and Reilly. She asks if they have the native flu. They say no. And then she says, well, I got my BFIs back here. And they're like, BFIs? What the hell is that? She's like, big fucking Indians. They're like, well, I don't know if that's PC. I don't know if you can say that. But they still said it nonetheless. I'll tell you what, this show's got fucking balls, man, because they just go for it. Tanis wants the ban lifted on Letterkenny. She says, it's not fair. We should be able to sell the smokes that we want. But you got to remember, Tanis, she's talking to Wayne now, they burned down his agricultural produce stand. So he's still pretty pissed about that. And he's like, the point wasn't made. Definitely sensing a little bit of tension between Tanis and Wayne, so that might be something that comes up in a later episode here. Wink, wink, nudge. The guys have an argument about how to cook a steak at the end, because they're cooking a steak as they're getting ready to fight with Tanis and her guys. The giant dude beats up an older Indian gentleman. Tanis brings in a kid. She brings in the big guns at the end. This little kid is like, please, sir, please, we don't have any food in the pantry. And then her dad comes out and he's like, yeah, you know, the cupboards are bare. Like, we have nothing going on. It's really kind of sad. Katy makes peace with Stuart finally at the end. The boys relax with a beer. Of course, I forgot to mention that at the very end, Tanis brings out a three-legged dog, which of course just melts Wayne's heart and gets him to lift the ban. She also brings out a second three-legged dog. You bring out a three-legged dog once, shame on me. You bring out a three-legged dog twice, shame on me more. And then, of course, they make peace. The boys relax at the end with a beer. And they're speaking, as Dan puts it, speaking hyper-ethically with each other. I love these Canadians. Wayne drives to Tanis in the end. Tanis and the guys are making Wagyu, New York, 1-inch steaks, heavily salt and peppered, flip once a minute. And Tanis reaches for Wayne's junk and lets him know that she's ready for some P&VG. And Wayne happily obliges. Grill marks, bud, is how this episode ends. And I'll tell you, if grill marks means that's what's about to go on Wayne's ass as he gets fried up on Tanis's little grill of love, well, then God bless you, buddy. My name's Adam Carr. This has been episode 4. It's been a pleasure. Letterkenny. We'll see you next time. Good night.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.